it might be hard for you to say, Angie.
Hello, so today I'm going to be making vegan brownies, and while I'm making brownies, we're gonna get to know each other. I feel like I have done a few random fact videos and a few like Q&As, but we've never just sat down and talked. And now that there's 25,000 of us, which is like a quarter of 100,000 people in this little family of ours, I think that this is long overdue. It's long overdue that we just sit down and talk about each other. I honestly doubt this is enough butter. I don't have cane sugar, but I have coconut sugar. It's 50. It's a little bit over half of this. These political people won't stop calling my house. And it's so freaking annoying. Does anyone else have all of these like random pots in their oven, or is it just me? Apparently I was supposed to melt this butter. I don't even have baking powder. I went to the store for no reason. Oh god. It's tablespoon. It's not teaspoon. I was measuring. Dude, I did a lot of that cocoa powder in there. Update, the brownies were bad. They tasted like rocks. So first of all, I've been vegan for like 9 months now, 8 months. A lot of months. It's been going pretty well. I love it. I don't feel guilty while eating. I mean, that's great. I'm not killing something so I can eat. That's awesome. Also, Freely the Banana Girl, like the vegan queen of YouTube, is subscribed to this channel, so snaps for us. Snaps for us. So I felt like I needed to tell everyone I'm vegan on YouTube, even though I've said that many times on Twitter, on Instagram, on Snapchat. Please follow me. So yeah, finally announced it here on YouTube. I thought I did before, but I think I didn't. So here we are. Veganism is hard at first, but it gets really, really easy. And this is coming from somebody whose whole family eats meat. So the struggle is real, but it is so rewarding and awesome. And it just, living cruelty-free is great. I love it. It's amazing and it's fun. So you may or may not have noticed, but I am not at the school that I was at last year. And no, I did not drop out of school. I just transferred schools. So now I go to a school that's closer to home, so I can just live at home and I can make more videos. I love it. I like it here. I like it so much better than I did at that state school. That state school was just not right for me. I chose it and I regretted it. The reason I left was because the classes were too big. There was like 400 people in one of my classes. It wasn't even in a lecture hall. It was in a theater. There was 2 floors. You could sit on the balcony or you could sit on the floor level, and I think that's ridiculous and not worth the money I was spending. So, and also there was the fact there wasn't really like-minded people that went to that school. I felt really alone because everyone was just sort of a partier kind of person. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, I just didn't like it, and that's okay. It's okay to make mistakes because those mistakes shape who you are. Going to that state school actually really helped me reflect on my own life because I had a lot of time on my hands. I would just sort of reflect and sort of think about what I want to do and who I am, which sounds like pretty deep. Leaving high school and going to college is very strange. Leaving high school in general is very strange because your whole life, if you're anything like me, I've grown up in the same place and been around the same people my whole life, and then leaving that and going to something new is scary. I feel like it needs to happen in order to really find yourself, because when you're in high school or when you're in middle school or elementary school, you sort of just become who's around you. But now that you're placed in a completely different environment, you can get 100% you, and you're making decisions based on you and not on what other people will think or what people in your town will think or how you think the people you love will act in those certain situations. I think growing up is so forced. I don't think you have to if you don't want to. And I still feel 15, but I feel mature in a way because I know that a lot of things in this world are superficial and they aren't real. A lot of the relationships that you make growing up are not genuine. And I think that was the biggest wake-up call for me. I always thought that all of my friends reciprocated the same exact feelings, and apparently that wasn't true. There were a lot of people that I was friends with in high school that I'm not friends with anymore, and it's not because something bad happened. It's just that people change. Change is the only thing that's constant in this world. And I personally feel like I haven't changed since I was 14 or 15 years old, and that's okay. But some of the people that I used to talk to changed drastically within a year or 6 months or 3 months or 2 months or even a month. All of a sudden, our interests were different and our lives really different and no longer compatible. And it's normal for people to grow apart, and last year, I really didn't think that. I thought that people were just sort of abandoning me. It sucks that people change, but that's the way of life. Change needs to happen in order to grow. All throughout high school, I felt really inadequate. Especially in the area of, like, relationships, which is why I feel like I had so many friends. Like, I can't even imagine, I was drowning myself. I had probably like 30 or 40 people that I considered my friend in high school, and that is crazy because I only have like 4 or 3 now. And I definitely think quality over quantity any day. I was stressing myself out so much because having that many people that you consider close friends will drive you crazy. It will drive anyone crazy because you're constantly trying to please everyone, and I can't believe I did that. But anyways, I felt really inadequate, especially during the time of school dances, because no one would ask me to a school dance. I've never had my first kiss. I've never been on a date, and I was like 17, 18, junior year. I was like, what's wrong with me? But now that I've had time to reflect on it, I realize that there isn't a certain age for anything. You can just go at your own pace and do whatever you want, but I used to think there was. I used to map out my whole life. Oh, my camera died, and now the sun is down, but that's okay. As I was saying, I used to map out my life. Like, by this age, I need to do this. By this age, I need to do that. Blah, 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 blah. I planned everything so meticulously. And I can't believe that I was like that, because that is so stressful. That is so stress-inducing, and I really don't think anyone should live like that. Live a day at a time, live a week at a time, and just live life to the fullest. You don't need to have a plan, and usually the best things happen when you don't have a plan. And as I was saying, I've never had my first kiss. I've never had a boyfriend. And while I was at school last year, I noticed that everyone around me was so sexual. It sounds so perverse, but that's what I felt. I felt like everyone around me was sexual, and I thought that was weird, but apparently it's normal. I think that my sexuality is closest to demisexuality or demi-romantic. So basically, this is asexuality, when you're not sexually attracted to anyone, and this is sexual, which is the norm. So I would fall right about here. I'm closer to asexual. And I say this because I don't think I have sexual feelings. I definitely do have romantic feelings. Like, I'm a hopeless romantic. I watch way too many movies. Like, I want to make movies. I want to make romance movies. So I am definitely a romantic, but I am not sexual. And I especially notice this because the only people that I am attracted to are people that I'm close to. And that is one of the main characteristics of being demisexual. So once I read about that, I was like, wow, that's really me. And obviously that brings up a lot of issues. Usually when you're attracted to people you're close to, you've already established that that relationship is platonic, and that creates issues. I could make a whole separate video about sexuality because it's really confusing. It's a giant spectrum. There's so much involved in it. But yeah, and it's going to be really, really difficult to find someone else to build a relationship with that fully respects and understands that. Oh, it's so dark. I look red. I literally look red. I've been rambling for way too long, so let's just end this video with a few Twitter questions. Oh my god, I'm red. A few Twitter questions. What happens if I turn this off? That's a good question. Oh, it is way too dark for that. What is your favorite song right now? My favorite song right now is Never Be Like You by Flume. I have it on repeat. It's so good. And This Town by Niall. Good song. Besides Niam, who is your go-to ship? I'd probably say Neri, even though I am Niam trash. Like, I can't imagine anything but Niam, even though that ship will never be canon. What's your favorite food? My favorite food has always been broccoli for as long as I can remember. Last book you read? I am currently rereading the Harry Potter series just because Fantastic Beasts is coming out next month, and I'm really super excited for that. Do you plan on going to any more concerts soon? And are you excited to see Solo Liam rise? I am so excited for Solo Liam. It's gonna sound so good. It's just gonna be so good. I am so hyped. My body is ready. and I am planning to go to a few, but I literally have no money, so we'll see. I was supposed to go to Alessia today, but I have negative 58 cents in my bank account. On a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for VidCon? I am at a 15. I'm so excited. I'm actually financially prepared, and I'm really ready. I love VidCon. It's so fun. What is your favorite Filipino dish? My favorite Filipino dish is pancit or banana turon, and this is mostly because I'm vegan. Favorite 5H moment of all time? That would have to be when they got into the finale over Emblem 3. That was such a good moment, and Brittany's face was everything. Oh god, this is like equally as bad. This is like scary. So yeah, this was me rambling and talking for a really long amount of time. I hope you didn't unsubscribe. I'm trying to veer away from reaction videos, even though I'm still going to make them, just because they don't involve any creativity. Like, it's important to acknowledge that reaction videos don't involve any creativity. It's just sort of 100% personality based. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not fun for me. And I don't think reaction channels should really be put on a pedestal because we're all just fans. Plain and simple. I don't think it's fair to exploit viewership when we create something based off someone else's creations. Don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, I'm gonna be trying to do some new and different stuff, so I hope people will stick around for that. If not, I mean, I'm still gonna make it, so no choice there. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like. I loved talking to all of you. Leave a comment below. Let's start a conversation because we need to get to know each other. We're a little community. We're a small family, and that's so super cool. And lastly, subscribe if you're not subscribed already to join the fam, because why not? I make videos every week. I've been pretty consistent lately, and it's been fun. It was so fun talking to all of you, and I hope we can do this again. I'll see you later. See you later, alligators. Mwah! Dangerous, can't be that complicated.